Meeting to order, meeting 1514. Welcome the online viewers. Agenda for meeting number 1514 in front of you. Are there any additions to the agenda?
I got a couple up when I do my finance report.
Finance.
One other thing there, Mayor, I'd like to defer the policy requirement for tonight, please.
Policy deferred. Okay. Anything else? Can I get a mover and a seconder?
So moved.
Moved by Kerry, second by David. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Minutes from 1513, June the 15th are presented. Are there any errors or omissions? Can I get a mover and a seconder for those minutes?
So moved.
Moved by Kerry, second by Mendel. Call for the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
The motion carried. Minutes to a special meeting, June the 24th are presented. Are there any errors or omissions? Barring none, the seconder. Okay, moved by Keith, second by David. Call for the question. Any questions? Barring none, call for the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion carried. Minutes of special meeting, July the 2nd are presented. Are there any errors or omissions in those minutes? Barring none, can I get a mover and a seconder?
So moved.
Moved by Kerry, second by David. Any questions? Call for the questions. All those in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Motion carried. Business arising from the minutes? Anything? Hearing none. On to correspondence. Letter there from the Municipal Assessment Agency, memo on difference between property assessment and property tax, there for information purposes. WRSB April newsletter. And item 3, WRSB minutes there for information purposes. Item 4, municipal infrastructure circular, again there for information purposes. We'll move into our reports. First one, finance. Kerry?
Okay. Let me see. Okay, our meeting was held on July 14th as committee as a whole. The items are presented in front of you. Number 8, I'm going to do a separate motion. And then I got 2 motions after that. Will be a tax receivable summary and a tax recovery plan. And also 2 items added on. Number 16 will be Main Dam Road, and number 17 will be CBCL. So number 1, Langdon's Line Care, $11,281.50. The invoice for work completed up to and including July 2nd. Number 2, Beard and Associates for the Haven Arrest, $21.85 for Deer Lake Regional Airport. This is for our zoning changes. Recommend payment. Number 3, for the generator for the chlorinating plant. As you know, a lot of people have been aware of. We had a few ball orders here, so this would help alleviate those ball orders and have the electricity and the plant working as well as expected for $59,430. Quotes were obtained, and this is the best quote we had. Number 4, for K and D Pratt for $53,053.87. The Deer Lake Fire Rescue Mask Washer. Recommend payment. Number 5, for the Timber Stone for asphalt patching in various areas of town. 3 invoices of one is $14,550.38. Second one is $34,610.40, and the last one is $8,299.55. Recommend payment. Number 6, BNS Trucking. We're going to defer that one for more information. Number 7, resident tire damage, tire was damaged on June 15th. We're gonna recommend denial for that claim. And number 8, I said that we would do a separate motion for land sale. So number 9, service trailer recreation for 5,100, quotes have been taken, recommended payment. Number 12, follow up for municipal support request, 2,500, to go Western Newfoundland. This is a budget item and we recommend payment. Number 13, cleaning RFQ proposals are attached for council review and a recommendation. We're gonna defer that for a couple more information. Number 14, the main lift station for 37,191, that's change order number 1, recommend payment. And the Cahill for 367,269.69 for the main lift station, we recommend payment. So the other items and the addition would be main dam for 190,368.11. See the attached documents approved, and this is approved by TI Transportation on July 16th. Number 17, CBCL for 7,886.70 and 25,988 cents. The main lift station consultant payments. And this email from TI also approved. So I move that we accept the items. Okay.
Number 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, number 6, yeah, okay, we're gonna recommend payment with clarity done today to our CAO and BNS Trucking, so we're gonna recommend payment for 40,575.62. That is cost for a spring cleanup 2026. So I move accept the items presented in front of you.
Moved by Kerry, second by Darren. Are there any questions on the finance report? Barring no questions, I'll call for the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion carried.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, we'll do this one first, I guess. Okay, this for the item number 8 in our, I think it was 8 in our report, for the motion for a land sale. Be resolved that the town of Deer Lake proceed with the public sealed bid process for the sale of municipality owned property identified as lots 25 and 27 for Yetman Drive located within the Veterans Memorial Industrial Park, comprising approximately 4.31 acres, with sealed bids to be received until 4 p.m. on Friday, August the 7th, 2026, in accordance with terms and conditions established by the town. Further be resolved that the sale be conducted as a 2-stage sealed bid process, whereby the first stage invites bids for the entire 4.31 acre, and the second stage invites bids for the property divided into 2 approximately equal parcels, should council determine it is the town's best interest to consider that option. Further be resolved that the fair market value for the property is established at $65,000 per acre, and that any recommended sale below fair market value, including the highest bid received, shall be subject to the approval of the town council before the completion of sale. And further be resolved that the town of Deer Lake reserves the right to accept or reject any or all bids that at the highest bid shall not necessarily be accepted where council determines that acceptance is not in the best interest of the town. And further be it resolved that the chief administrative officer is authorized to advertise the property for sale in accordance with the terms approved by council. That would be the motion for the land after lots 25 and 27 and Yetman Drive.
Okay. We have a motion on the table. I have a seconder. Moved by Kerry and Linda. Any questions on the auction report? Land sales? So this is gonna be advertised. Are we getting the word out now?
It'll be advertised on the website, Facebook, Mercs, any other locals that from email thread have already reached out. And we've got a list of people already inquiring about
Okay.
potential land in the industrial park. but unless you're aware of any other opportunities to advertise.
Okay, good. Any other questions on that motion? Hearing none, call for the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion carried.
Okay, my next motion, I'd like to make a motion, you'll see in the report for the tax receivable summary. I'd like to make a motion to accept this and proceed.
Moved by Kerry, second by Keith. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, call for the question. All those in favor? Contrary minded,
Thank you.
motion carried.
The last motion will be for the tax recovery plan for our, I guess, accounts in arrears. I'd like to move that we accept the tax recovery plan that's in your report.
Moved by Kerry, second by
So moved.
Darren. Any questions on the report? Hearing none, call for the question. All those in favor? Contrary minded,
Thank you.
motion carried.
Okay, so the two accounts payable report, dated one for June 19, 2026, and the other one is for July 9th, 2026. I move to accept the accounts payable report.
Moved by Kerry, second by Keith. Any questions on the report? Hearing none, call for the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kerry. On to Public Works.
Okay, so the Public Works report was Committee of the Whole on July the 19th, July the 14th, 2026. In attendance was all council, Town Manager Jason Young, Director of Recreation Glenn Wiseman, Public Works David Thomas, and Public Works Superintendent Scott Elms. So we have 8 items here. First one, water line to Reedville. We requested some measurements for these, and apparently there are 4 sizes of water mains that go into Reedville. We recommended have the costing for these water lines and have a water line meter installed as well. And this meter will replace the existing one that has not been in operation for, I guess, quite a few years. Item number 2 is the main lift station. So there's a new schedule in place. They actually started that last week. Mechanical is beginning this week. It's already started. And it's just for your information. Schedule for completion for this project is right now for the end of September, but possibly early October. Work schedule. So right now, line painting started last week. We've got probably, sure, Dave, around 85% of it's been completed. We did have some bad weather that prevented us from starting and held us up there, but hopefully we can get this completed within the next week or 2. Pothole repairs, they've started this as well, and it's ongoing. Survey for Luscious Lane stormwater project. So we had an engineer last year that provided some information to us on this. We've sort of temporarily put it on hold because we're looking at the possibility of tying in some other areas, and we're going to have Public Works as soon as they can get time to get in and do that, do some elevation shots for us so we can get it back to engineering to see if we can broaden that scope of work there. Hydrant repairs. We currently have 2 hydrants that are out of service, and they are scheduled to be completed as soon as we receive the parts. Nicholsville Road lift station, barriers are scheduled to be completed, so that work has started. There by Shears Building Supplies. We've had a couple of, I guess, ugly looking barriers there since last fall, so we're in the process of putting bollards there and a smaller fence just to close it in and tidy it up to make it more presentable. Flashing crosswalk signs. So it's been ordered and we're waiting for delivery, and this will be installed on Bennett Avenue as soon as we receive the flashing sign. Item number 4, that was all for your information. Item number 4, bolt supplier. So we did receive 3 quotes from the suppliers, and we recommend that we will go with Worth and have them stock our bolt pins at Public Works Depot. Number 5 is 34 Garden Road. 34 Garden Road's been getting water from the neighbor's yard for a while now. Public Works has recommended a solution, but the owner wants the town to do this work. So what we've recommended is that we put a stormwater stub at the owner's property, and he can actually tie it in to the storm system. 6, chlorination generator. So item 3 in the finance report had indicated that this was $59,430. So we did receive 3 quotes for diesel and propane. So it's recommended that we go with the diesel generator. And number 7, 4 Oaks Road. There's a gap in the asphalt between the street and the owner's paved driveway. Originally, it was for water runoff from trying to prevent it from getting into her driveway, but it keeps washing out. It's not paved, it's actually gravel. And she'd like to have the issue resolved. So it's recommended that we have Public Works to visit the site and have the repairs done, put in a asphalt swale there so it would prevent the washing away of the stone and redirect the water from her driveway. And number 8, Goose Arm Road and Scott Drive. I guess anybody's been in that area, and especially the homeowners there, there's many potholes and the road is deteriorating in many places. So we need to have these roads reconstructed. There's going to be quite a significant cost in order to do this work. So for the interim, until we can get our finances straightened away and have it engineered, we're recommending that temporary patching be done on the roads until more permanent repair or road reconstruction can be completed. So Public Works Superintendent will schedule this in the next upcoming, for this Friday. We've done this in the past, and again, it's just I'll call it a Band-Aid solution, but it will help us get through the summer and that until we can figure out, what our next step is for trying to get this in a more permanent solution. So, Mr. Mayor, I move to accept the Public Works report as presented.
Moved by the Deputy Mayor, second by Keith. Any questions on the finance report? I just got one question. I guess might be, pointed at Dave, Dave, have we done any, the new generator for the chlorination plant? When that is triggered and that blurb is in that power for those few seconds, I just want to make sure before we, I know we've agreed to do this and I agree with doing it, but will that trip a boil order, or will this kick in time? Not, so there's no blurb in that system.
It's supposed to be very set up, it should be instantaneous. So when power goes, it's a transfer switch. When power goes on one system, it automatically switch over to the other. It's going to be probably a second delay or one cut shot, one start, but it's no long delay.
Okay. No bottle.
And just on that note, Dave, if you don't mind, you can give an update. We had a technician in town today looking at, it's not just, as we mentioned in your statement last week, the generator is not fixing the problem. It's preventing the boil orders, what we know is a bigger problem. So Dave, I'm going to give a little update on what we went through today.
So we had a technician come in today. He takes care of the, what we call smart valve. total amount of chlorine that goes into the water system. So when you look at everything, if we change these out, probably 6 years ago, when from old ones to these new ones, the old ones that we had were only set up for like 25 units of chlorine at a time. And at that time, we bought new ones for 50 units. But as our water consumption increased, with our water increase now, his initial, I guess, inspection, he figures that our 50 units are probably too small than what we need. So he had to consult with the manufacturer in Florida. He feels that we may have to bump our smart valves up to 75 units.
Yep.
Increase. Like we were going from, with our old water system, we were doing 1,300 gallons per minute. And our plant maxed out, pressure dropped down to 40 PSI. With our new treatment plant that we have, we could put it approximately 2,200 gallons per minute and maintain 60 PSI pressure at that time.
Good.
So with the increase of water consumption, our smart valves that we have are really this size holding. So that's one of the things they looked at. And then we also have communication lapse with the old system to the new system. So we have to upgrade our flow meter to the new system that we have. Like with our old system, it was possible to get lapses that we never knew. But with our new system that we have, we're so big, any little millisecond of stoppage in coordination, it sends a message to us that you don't have chlorine for X number of time. And by law, we know that we have lapse in chlorine. We have to put
Right
it
back.
over, irregardless if it's 1 second or 1 hour.
So this should,
Yeah, so, having, all that being said, I mean, basically the generator, it is something that we need right now to try and, resolve, part of the issue. But, I mean, our flow meter and our smart valves, we're gonna have to do upgrades on those as well. So, and again, Dave, like you said, people were in to have a look at that, so they're gonna get back to us for more information. And then we'll obtain some quotes and see what timelines we.
Yeah, well, we can look at, because I mean, depending on, I don't know what the prices will be for a smart valve, but I mean, if it falls within the thresholds that we can approve at the office, but in the event that it don't, we'll look to call even a special meeting in those circumstances, because I mean, it's critical infrastructure. It's nice to know that, I mean, our technology is so advanced now that we're picking up on things that probably we missed. But that doesn't leave us, we're still responsible for making sure that we have everything that can communicate and not be giving us notices. So, I mean, we've experienced power outages in Deer Lake before, and we haven't had these issues. So we've been troubleshooting. Hopefully we found a source of the problem. Generator backup's never a bad option for any piece of critical infrastructure, but it'd be nice to find a source of the problem. So we're not just turning on our generator, not really knowing why.
absolutely.
Yeah, I'd like to get Mayor Ball's question answered. These diesel generators that we're getting, what is the delay time between when power goes and when they kick in? Like,
I would be able to answer that.
no, I know you can't, but is there any way you could look into that? Yeah, because that, I mean, as you say, any delay at all, technically. So if it's not solving our problem,
That's right.
right?
Spend 60 grand for,
Yeah, spend $60,000 and not solve our problem.
Another thing that we look at there as well is right now, we are looking at the coordinator. We have Cal has designed our filtration plant. We're looking at a flow meter from our filtration plant, regulating chlorine in the coordination plant. And then you have more precise readings as well.
And is there any way that this diesel generator can operate the filtration plant as well, or no? It would just be for the chlorinator.
Yeah, you, in order to do that, we'd have to, I guess, get a much bigger generator. Having said that, if we lose power at the filtration building, the water's still going to flow through the filters. So it's more critical for the chlorine. Once the chlorine feed has been interrupted, and we know it, of course, then we automatically have to put the boiler on. The system will basically tell us how long it's been down, but even if it's only been down for a minute, we still have to put that boiler in. It may not have any impact on our water whatsoever, but as a precautionary measure, we have to do that. So, to answer your question is, you need a much bigger system in order to be able to back up both
filtration.
the chlorine and the filtration building.
We have a huge distance between chlorine.
Yeah.
And okay, yeah.
We have a bigger generator at chlorine or filtration plant.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, because I know we've been looking at different options, whatever, and I'm just very curious. That question is a great question. If we do get a delay, I mean, what is the,
Yeah. if
maybe
get
we gotta
delayed,
rethink
well,
it.
We're not
We're
accomplishing.
not solving the
much.
problem, no?
Yeah.
So,
And-
Okay,
and
thank you.
People are getting frustrated with boil orders, and I I guess we understand, but I guess it's
We all are.
growing pains for us, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing with upgrades. Sometimes you upgrade the system and then it has some effects on some of your older equipment. So it just requires a much bigger upgrade overall.
And we're known for great water, so.
Yeah.
Are there any other questions on that report? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? Contrary minded, motion carried. Accounts payable. Oh, sorry, boys. Environment and housing. Here we go.
I'd rather do accounts payable.
Yeah.
All right, we met as committee as a whole on July 14th. I'd like to read item 57 separately, please, from the report. So based on everything we have here, we have 14 new dwellings being built this year and 5 new commercial buildings. So we're doing pretty good overall. Items 1 to 44 are just general permits, and they've all been issued. Under new business, item number 45 for 1 Jador's Lane, home-based business for a hair salon under discretionary use. Advertised on June 12th. Responses were due by June 22nd. No response. Therefore, we're recommending approval pending service NL. Item number 46, 7 High Street. Home-based business, baked goods, crafts market, discretionary use. Advertising response due June 30th. July 13th was the deadline to respond. No response. We do recommend to deny this for a home-based business because there is no home on the actual property. We'd have to rezone this to commercial to have this set up. Item number 47, 97B Goose Arm Road, home-based business for landscaping. It was advertised on June 12th. Response is due by June 22nd. We had 1 response. I do believe we were going to reach out to that respondent to describe the situation here. But we're going to recommend to approve. But contact the respondent with information on the business and contact the business owner informing that equipment cannot be stored on the home property. I think that was the main concern of the response. 48, 15 Goose Arm Road, home-based business for mechanical services. We did do an advertisement on June 12th, and the response was due by June 22nd with no response. However, we are going to recommend to defer for more information based on environmental concerns. Item number 49, 2 Birchview Place, requesting permission to advertise on discretionary use for a home-based business, nightly rental. We're recommending to approve pending service NL. Number 50, 30 High Street, requesting to advertise under discretionary use for home-based business, a mobile pressure washing venture. Once again, we're going to recommend to defer this information based on environmental concerns. Item number 51, 16 Welland Drive, commercial retail of heavy equipment and process equipment parts. This is in a commercial zone, so permitted use. We're recommending approval pending service NL. Item number 52, 45 Main Street, barber shop in town center zone is permitted use. We're recommending approval pending service NL. Item 53 and item 54, 20 Riverside Drive and 16 Amanda Avenue, chicken coop, discretionary use. We're going to defer both of those items for further information. Item number 55, 37 Old Bombay Road, subsidiary apartments for discretionary use and commercial. Advertised on June 12th. Response is due by June 22nd. We recommend approval pending service NL. Item number 56, 4th Avenue. This is for a non-viable piece of land for the proponent living next door to him. Before we can move with land purchase, we need to find out, we need to recommend to get information from the contact purchaser with details. Item number 57, I'm going to read separately. Item 58, 34 George Aaron Drive. Land next to the proponent's property is easement for land in behind Meadow Lane. Wondering if this land could be purchased. We recommend to deny. This land is a road easement for a property located nearby. It's emergency exit. Item number 59, 1 to 3 Lakeside Drive, land behind building. We recommend to deny. This land is for protected highway. And I guess I'll have to read number 60, a separate motion as well. So, sorry. I ask that you accept items 1 to 59, excluding number 57 for the environmental housing report.
And 60?
And 60.
60, does 60 got to be read by itself?
Or rezoning? I don't know. Doesn't understand. We're recommending rezone or?
That's what the committee's recommendation, I do believe, yes. So, yeah, I'm going to ask 60 to be rezoned.
Okay, we have any, we got moved by Darren, second by Keith. Any questions on the report? All
So,
right,
Does
go
this
ahead, sorry.
include item 60?
No, 60 is separate.
60,
Okay,
7.
all right. Okay, just wondering. What was
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have caught that earlier,
Yeah.
Councilor Hines.
Okay, we'll call for the question. All those in favor? Contrary minded, motion carried. Darren for.
Okay,
57.
item number 57, be it resolved in the interest of the lumberyard extension for Deer Lake Home Hardware. I recommend that the town sell the rear non-viable land located at the end of Queen Street for the zest value of $37,500.
Moved by Darren, second by Lyndall. Any questions on the motion?
I just want to make sure that land is of no use for anybody else, correct?
That was the recommendation from our manager.
Any other questions? Hearing none, call for the question. All those in favor? Contrary minded, motion carried. Number 60.
Okay, item number 60, be resolved that in the interest of high residential housing and low income housing, we asked to rezone I guess what you would call the western side of Trailer Court Road to high density residential. Am I right in saying that, man? Yep. So I think we should begin moving on that. We do have a nonprofit organization asking for this move, and I think it would be well fitted in this area. And so we're going to recommend to approve that.
Moved by Darren, second by Keith. Any questions on number 60?
I'd just like to, just one thing, Mayor, this will be advertised for everyone in the town to have their say in it. I think it's very important. to pass
Yes,
that along.
Councillor Fitzgerald, just on that note, I've been in contact with Baird and Associates pending, the results tonight. So what'll happen in traditional fashion, it'll be advertised on the website, Facebook. We also have the ability for the door knockers. I know we discussed in the area. We actually have now, it's an A-frame sign that we can actually place at the beginning of the street, and it can actually have a QR code. So anyone driving by, it'll just say that there's an application for change of use, and they can reach town office or get on the website and find the details. So we've already engaged with a firm to ensure that the public will have their opportunity to have their say in this change.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, none, call for the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Remind it, motion carried. Thank you, Darren. On to recreation.
Okay, rec committee met as committee of the whole. All council was in attendance, including Jason Young, Glenn Wiseman, Scott Elms, and Dave Thomas. Item number 1 is the annex gym floor. Some users have been reporting that the gym floor is slippery. We've purchased a new cleaner and applied it as it is specifically designed for sports flooring, and we've noticed a big difference, and the complaints, I'll say, have settled. So that's a FYI. Item number 2 is beach cleanup. Because of the water level in Deer Lake and the fluctuation that we've had this spring, rec department did do one cleanup of the beach, and they did do a good job. However, thanks to the water level rising again, a second beach cleanup is going to need to be done. So a contractor has been hired to conduct this second beach cleanup. And after this, we'll hopefully get our volleyball court and Moby mats and foot washers and whatever else installed. I know I've had a lot of people talking in my ear about it. So we don't control that water level, and we do as best as we can. So that's a FYI. Item number 3 is the boat launch and swimming area. Same idea, the water level in the Humber River decreases. The rec department will adjust and design the boat launch and docks, and we'll install the swimming area dock along with the roped off swimming area, and that's FYI. And item number 4, our new dog park. The grass has had a little bit of time to take hold in the new dog park, so we have reopened it for the general public, but as we all know, dogs are quite capable of tearing that up again, but we decided we'd open it and see how it goes. So that's an FYI. So I just make a motion for for council to approve these minutes as presented.
Moved by David, second by Darren. Any questions on the report?
The beach cleanup, number 2, Councillor Hines, is there a time frame when the contractor will be starting the cleanup?
It's my understanding this week, but I'd have to check with Mr. Wiseman to see exactly what he has lined up. But I was told it was going to be.
Okay.
No.
Because I've had questions as well.
Yeah. I'm sure the town. A lot of people are.
Yeah.
A lot of people are wanting that cleaned up. So.
Okay, calling for the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion carried. Health and wellness.
Health and Wellness met on June 30th. In attendance was myself, Councillor Hines, Town Clerk Laurie Humphreys, and some of our other members was Carmelita Morgan, Tina Oak, Suzanne Lake, and June Lewis. We're going to skip to number 3. Actually, I'll speak on number 2. We were doing looking at doing some signs for a walking trail, try to get the public a little involved. The price we came up with, the price was much different, and I think it's a bit too high, so we're just going to leave that for now. Item number 3, a town search, and again, this was another incentive to get our public out around town to look for some landmarks, some prizes. We've teamed up with some food vendors, food businesses for prizes. So this was launched this weekend at the Strawberry Festival. It was announced several times. I think we've had a couple pictures, and with this here, people would have to go to the business that would be the sponsor of that week, look at like a riddle, go find some significant landmark within town, get their photos done, submit it, and at the end of the week, Laurie would be doing a draw, and we would give out a prize. It's more for getting people out and around town, get them a bit physically active. Also, number 4, at the Main Street Market, our committee will be setting up a rest area with shaded area tent. If it's really warm, hopefully it do warm up, with water provided. So we'd like to purchase a banner, plus suggest a box and have some information on Health and Wellness Committee. So I would like to make a motion to accept those minutes for the Health and Wellness Committee.
Moved by Keith, second by Linda. Any questions on the report? Hearing none, call for the question. All those in favor? Motion carried. So we have policy is deferred. Emergency plan update.
I do need a motion for that.
Who's doing the motion? Okay.
He's always good at it.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion for our town of Deer Lake emergency management plan, was updated in July 2026. I'm sure that we all read it, it's a great job, and you know, if you read it again, I guess if you notice anything, that numbers maybe change or whatever, or ongoing, if the numbers are changed, if you just make our town manager or great job, those work put into it. So I move that we accept our emergency management plan for the town of Deer Lake.
Moved by Carrie, second by Lindell. Any questions on that report?
Mr. Mayor, I'd just like to add that the emergency management plan, of course, we're asking to adopt this now, but at any given time, I mean, we review this annually. So at any given time, if somebody sees something that there may be an error or omission there or something that they would like to add or change, we can also do that at any given time as an amendment to the plan. So, yeah, just make sure that we all have a look at it if you haven't already done so. It's an important document, and we need to familiarize ourselves with that. So like I just said, we review it annually, but it's not to say that we can't make amendments to it, in between those.
But that'll work,
That
that'll
timeline.
work with it too.
There's a fair amount of work to it, yeah.
It's good.
All right, we have a mover, seconder. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, thank you very much.
Thank you.
That expires our agenda.
Mayor Ball, I don't know if you wanted to, or I just wanted to acknowledge the Strawberry Festival Committee this past weekend. I think they did a fabulous job once again. I just want to put a huge thank you to those involved. I know it takes a lot of time, a lot of hours that people don't see.
And you don't enjoy yourself if you're on the committee.
Yes, yeah, exactly. It's
Not quite the same.
Yeah.
That's a great point, and we've had a great weekend. Sunday night was a little bit of it. The weather was a little bit cooler. It was not, but Friday night, Saturday night, they both had exceptional nights. And again, without the volunteers in our community, and without our business community as supporting, and without our residents, and without our tourism piece of this, it brings a lot of our family and friends home for this every year. Again, thank you, David. That's great, and hats off to our community. Hats off to our committee, and I guess we know by now one of our own ladies, Krista, has said she will be retiring as of when this one's clued up. And again, she's I think 16 years, her and her sister have had. So a huge thank you to them, and I guess I'm sure council will recognize them at a later date. And again, thanks, David, for reminding there. Are there anything else anyone wants to add?
I guess obviously we'll be looking for volunteers for our Strawberry Festival next year.
Yes, put it out there now.
It's never too soon.
Never too soon to get that email in.
So our next meeting is scheduled for August the 17th. And can I get a mover and a seconder for,
So moved.
moved by Carrie? We don't
Yeah,
need a
we don't need a
seconder.
second.
All those in favor, contrary minded, motion carried.